This week's Parsha, Parshas Behar. The end of the Parsha, the very last psukim of the Parsha, are things that don't fit into the Parsha. It says, Lo sasu lachem elilim, upesu l'matzei v'lo sakim lachem, v'even maskis l'sitne b'artzachem l'shtach v'soleh, ki ani Hashem Elokeichem. That's the end of the Parsha, and the last pasuk is Shapsosai tishmor mitashai tiro ani Hashem. So the Parsha talks at the end about Avodah Zarah. It talks about Shabbos, and to have Mora HaMikdash, to have the awe of the Beis HaMikdash, respect for the Beis HaMikdash. How does that fit into Parshas Behar? Parshas Behar doesn't talk about it. Says Rashi, you know how this fits into Parshas Behar? Because the end of Parshas Behar is talking about a person who is an Eved Ivri, and he is sold to a goy. That's the end of the Parsha, Parshas Behar. He's sold to a goy. Says Rashi, a person will say, my goyish master, he is Megala Arayas, he does Gili Arayas. My goyish master, he does Avodah Zarah. He doesn't keep Shabbos. So since I'm sold to the goy, so I'll be like him. So the Torah says, no, be careful. You're different. Remember the laws. Question is that Rashi seems to say differently, a different order, and one of the things, a totally different thing than what the Torah says. The Torah speaks about Avodah Zarah, Shabbat, the Pasuk talks about Avodah Zarah, Shabbos, and Mikdash, and Rashi talks about Gilui Arayos, Avodah Zarah, and Shabbos. He's got it out of order, and he has change. He doesn't even talk about the aspect of Mikdash. So I was thinking that perhaps Rashi is telling us Chazal. Rashi always quoting a Medrash or a Chazal. So Rashi is telling us Chazal, and Rashi is explaining to us that the Torah is talking about what's going to happen and what can happen and what does happen when a person finds himself in a different seviva. When you find yourself in a different circumstance. And the Torah talks about what first happens, the way things appear, the way it happens to a person when he walks into a foreign society, into a foreign type of a place. Chazal said, Torah says, you know what happens? You walk in and you see this luxurious mansion. You got this guy who's rich. He's buying slaves. He's buying Jewish slaves, so he's very wealthy. And the first thing you see is he's got psalim all over. What did the Romans always have? You went into a fancy house. He's got psalim, some statues. He's got a gorgeous floor. He's got a beautiful floor, right? It's all shayish and the nicest and the best. And he's doing his worship. He's doing things just, he's living like a guy. He's got his psalim right in his house. That's the first thing you see. Second thing you see is that Shabbos, it's a weekend. You have a good time. You party. Third thing is everything goes. Right? Yeah, you can do whatever you like. Have a good time. No control. No respectability that's demanded. No levels of spirituality that are demanded. That's what you see when you walk into a foreign environment. When you walk into the wealthy of the goyim, of the other nations. Says Rashi, and how does a person become affected? the person is affected in a different way. The first thing that affects a person is taiva, gilui arayos. If there are no limitations, if there's no spirituality, there's nothing that's there are no regulations. So the first thing is good, be free. That's the first way a person's react. That's what Rashi first mentions, gilui arayos. Second thing is, foreign cultures and ideas. Avodah zarah. You have all different types of ideas. Here, your philosophy, you have all types of open ideas of life. And then you lose all aspects of spirituality. There are no special days. Shabbos is gone. Everything is gone. There are no special holidays. You lose the identity of the special things that a Jewish person has in his calendar, in his life. That's why he changes the order. And therefore, the Torah is telling us what you're going to see, and Chazal are telling us how it's going to affect the person, what a person will do. And therefore, from both together, we understand when you walk into a situation that is a foreign culture, when you walk into a sviva, to an atmosphere that is foreign, beware. You're going to see things that are totally different, and it's going to have an effect on you. Be careful. Make sure, before you go into a foreign culture, before you allow yourself to be exposed to something that is not a Torah environment, that you've got the strength and the fortification, that you won't be shocked, know what to expect, and at the same time, you've got to be strong enough to stand up against all those temptations and all that new climate of life, to maintain yourself as a strong Torah Jew. That's what the Torah and what Chazal are setting in front of us. To know how to do it, to know what to expect, and to know what to strengthen ourselves.